Hey y'all, welcome back. It's Olichia, and today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. Normally, I do speed builds on this channel, but today we are going to just tour some builds that I've made recently that I didn't film and don't really feel like filming. So let me know if you like this new format or not. But anyway, this house that we are going to tour is on the Beach Byway lot in Newcrest. It is for a family of 5 to 6 Sims. It's got 4 beds, 3 baths, and a gym in the garage along with some vehicles, which of course aren't functional. Yeah, I think it's really cute, so hopefully you like it too. And as you can see, Vlad is now entering our backyard. He's pretty harmless though. He mostly just comes to the side door, knocks, and then burns up in the sun. And as you can see, the Grim Reaper had to come get him. Honestly, serves him right for trying to mess with the tours. Also, my sim comes out in a little bit. A sim that I made who lives in this house. There she is. I think she's super cute and I love her outfit. But anyway, let's get back to the tour. This clip is longer than I thought it was. Here we go. Okay, so this is the entryway. It's fairly simple. You've got like a nice place to hang up your coats, some shoes by the front door, a little mat. I also chose to go with a sort of green wallpaper. It's not an in-your-face green. It's very subtle, but I liked that. And of course, there's a cute little entryway table with some cute books and a lamp, and there's a place to put some of your pet stuff as well, because I was thinking there would be maybe a cat living in this house. And so here we have the dining area. I really love the color scheme here. There's a lot of greens, blues, browns, like a lot of these colors come from the rug. And I had a grandfather clock as well, which I thought was a fun touch, and some food bowls for the cats that are rotting, apparently. Pretend you didn't see that. Now we are going to move on into the living area. I use these dark brown base game sofas, which I kind of spruce up with some cushions. And there's a lot of mixing wood tones in this room, which I know a lot of people don't like, but I really liked it. And sort of those orange wood tones, I was inspired to use those from this rug, which is from Growing Together, I believe. And of course we have a little dog bed here, some dog toys, and a little place for the kids to measure their heights. Some of the kids that live in this house are probably too old for that sort of thing, but there is a toddler, so I thought that would be good. And in the living area, we also have a desk with a computer and an easel for a bit of skill building and fun. And now, of course, we get a better look at the cushions that I was talking about earlier. Honestly, such a great addition to the Build and Buy catalog. I love the cushions. I'm never not using the cushions. So that's the living room. And here is the kitchen. It is kind of a galley kitchen. It's got this table in the middle from Cats and Dogs, I believe. And that's sort of in place of a counter. And of course it's not functional, but it's cute. The counters and cabinets are base game. And as you can see, there's access to the backyard through those doors, or rather the side yard. It's more of a side yard. Next, we will be heading into the garage, which has sort of been turned into a gym space. You've got a lot of stuff here. You've got treadmill, weight machine, punching bag, yoga mat, lots of stuff. There's also a television, so when you're running on the treadmill, you have something to watch. And that's basically it for the main floor. I think I forgot to put in a photo of the whole layout of the main floor, so I'll probably do that next. So here we have the layout of the main floor, garage off to the right, yeah. And then also here is the layout of the top floor. This is where all the bedrooms are and stuff. And yeah, let's get into it. So once you get upstairs, you find yourself here in the landing. I have a scout board there in the corner so that your Sims can earn scout badges. I also have a little, cage for like a rat or a hamster or something. We got a games table, a little place for your Sims to sit. And as you can tell, the upstairs already is a lot more colorful than the downstairs, so that's kind of fun. So here we are in our first bedroom. It is very, very colorful and very, very cluttered, and I kind of love it. You've got a lot of yellow, red, orange, pink, and I also thought this sim could be into knitting, so I added a box of yarn and some knitting clutter that came with the nifty knitting pack. I also add this cute little pink mirror that you'll see in just a sec, and lots of posters, a little plant, and a dresser. So this one's really, really cute. I really like this bedroom. It might be a little too cluttered for some people's taste. I don't know. I'm kind of into it. This other bedroom, on the other hand, is not very cluttered. It is not super colorful like the other one. You got a lot of dark browns and dark blues. I also thought this sim could be into music, so I gave them a lot of musical instruments, a couple guitars, a violin. It would be cool if there was room for a piano in this home, but I don't think there is. Here we are moving on to the last kid's bedroom. It is occurring to me now that earlier I said there was a toddler in this house. I'm getting my houses mixed up. This is more for a child sim. But if your gameplay really calls for a toddler, you could easily just switch out the bed for a toddler's bed and everything would be fine. Anyway, lots of toys and activities in this room. This room's also pretty cluttered. And now we are moving on to my favorite room, the primary bedroom. I just love the colors in this. It's very pink, very red. Sometimes when I make primary bedrooms, they're kind of like soulless and not very fun. But this one I think is fun. The person's really into painting, so you've got some easels beside the bed. Some canvases beside the bed and an easel here by the window. I also love this cute little chair. I think it's from high school years. I put a cushion on it, of course. It's super cute. I also do this thing that I always do where I combine two dressers together to just make a bigger dresser. I think these dressers are from Growing Together. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was super cute. I added a little mirror, a plant, some books, everything. And now we're moving on to the primary bathroom. It's like an ensuite. And there are other bathrooms in this house. I just didn't take screenshots of them because I don't know, it's just a bathroom. And this one was the nicest out of all of them. So I figured if I'm going to show a bathroom, I'm going to show this one. You've got a tub, you've got a shower, you've got double sinks. And I think it turned out pretty cute. In the other bathrooms, if you're interested, they do use the same tiles on the floor and on the walls. They use the same toilet, they use the same sinks, but other stuff is different. Like the other ones don't have room for bathtubs, for instance. Anyway, last but not least is the side yard. We have a swing set, we have what do we have? We have a little picnic table. We've got the trash cans, of course, and somewhere to grill the food, which my sim has obviously already done. This next one that we are going to tour is an apartment. It is in 920 Medina Studios, and it's sort of like an autumnal themed apartment that I built last fall and never made a speed build for. And I think it's pretty cute. It's for a family of 3. So let's start in the entryway. It's quite simple. You've got a place to put your shoes, a place to hang your coats, a nice mirror to look into before you head outside, and the entryway leads both into the primary bedroom and the living space, but we're going to start with the primary bedroom. I think that this bedroom turned out super cute and super fall. There's lots of golds and greens and yellows in here, and I also love the hardwood that I chose. As you can see, I combined 2 rugs together to make this sort of brown and gold rug. I also love this bed that I chose. It's from high school years and it's got leaves on it, which again, very autumnal. You can't really see it in the angle of these screenshots, but there is some clutter under the bed. I just thought I'd add a bit of personality in, maybe this sim is a little messy. On top of the dresser over there, you've got a pile of clothes as well, and you've got a matching green side table. There's also an ensuite bathroom, but I don't show that on camera because I feel like it just gets boring after a while. Anyway, here we are in the living area. We've got a kitchen area, a living area, and a dining area all in this room. And there's this big window. This apartment has really, really high ceilings, which I don't usually work with, but I thought it was fun to make this huge window with these really, really big curtains, which are very pink. You'll notice a lot of pinks, purples, and yellows in this room. Also, you'll notice a lot of golds and browns. But yeah, this is the living area. The couch is from high school years, I think. I added some cushions, of course. I threw in that purple color with this big painting on the wall, which is from Dream Home Decorator. And now we can see the sort of dining area, dark brown chairs. I think I used those in the last house as well. Those are definitely a favorite for me. And I love these flowers as well. And this big painting in the back, which is from Tiny Living, I believe. And it's like a fox or something with a scarf. So I thought that was super fall because it's got like the right colors, but also he's got his scarf on. He's ready for the chilly weather. I thought that was super cool. And I went in with the tool mod to make it way bigger. And then here is the kitchen. The counters and cabinets are base game once again, which I love. I guess I'm in my base game era. I add a little coffee maker. The curtains match the curtains in the living area. I hang up some aprons, get a little rug under the kitchen sink along with some flowers and stuff. I had a good time cluttering up the kitchen, but I didn't go too, above and beyond with the clutter. I kept it simple. This next room is the office. It's quite small, but I really love the color scheme in here. There's a lot of this like purple that we got a lot of with Dream Home Decorator. The chair at the desk, the painting above the piano, all have like this really cool purple tone. There's also an easel, and I have these really, really tall bookcases in here too, which are from maybe City Living. I don't remember where they're from, but I stacked sort of like 2 bookshelves on top of one another to make this really, really tall bookcase. I don't know how your Sims are going to reach all the way up there, but that's none of my business. And here we have a bathroom. I imagined the kids would share this one. I had to go ahead and delete those like shelves there with all the clutter on top because your Sims just couldn't reach the bathtub. I tried rearranging it as much as possible. Pretend you didn't see that glitch. I tried rearranging it as much as possible and it just wasn't working, so I had to delete them in the end, which is a shame because I thought it was super cute to have like this cluttered bathroom. But again, I tried to make it as fall as possible in here. There's a cute little candle on the toilet. And this is the last bedroom. It is for the 2 kids. I was thinking a teen age sim and a child age sim would share this room. I loved this little like leafy tree decal in the background. I thought that was super cute. Also added a little rocking chair, a stuffed bear. And this bed here is for the teen. I was thinking they were maybe into soccer, so I gave them a little soccer ball as well as a soccer ball poster. They've got this green and yellow bedspread, and you can see the curtains are very fall as well, with all the falling leaves of different colors. I think those curtains are from Seasons, but you know what? I don't remember, to be honest. And on the other side of the room, with a matching bed, we have the kids' side of the room, lots of toys. There's also a dollhouse there, and I tried to give some sort of like kiddie posters. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this apartment. So this last one that we are going to tour is actually a limited pack build. I made it for my niece, so I only use the packs that she has, which are Cats and Dogs, Horse Ranch, Vampires, My First Pet stuff, the Holiday Pack, and Backyard stuff. I built this house on Optimus Outlook in Newcrest, and I was thinking there would be 1 to 2 parents, 1 teen, 2 kids, and a toddler living in this house. So this here is the layout of the main floor. You can see we've got an entryway, kitchen off to the left, bathroom and very small office off to the right, as well as a living area and a bedroom. This is the entryway. Again, I went for a green wallpaper because it's not as boring as white, and it adds just like the littlest hint of color, so I liked that. You got somewhere to hang up your coats, somewhere to wipe your feet. We've got a rocking chair under the stairs and a little like side table there with some cat treats on it. I don't think I mentioned it. I was also thinking that a cat would live here in this house, or two cats maybe, or more if you have the cheat to have a really big household. But anyway, here is the kitchen. I think it's really cute. You may notice there's no clutter. I wasn't feeling like cluttering up the kitchen. I wasn't in the mood to clutter up a kitchen. So if you download this off the gallery and you decide it's too boring and it needs more clutter, that's on you. Like, you're gonna have to figure that out. I also go for green curtains, which are base game. I just size them up a little bit, and I think those are cute. There's this little island with 3 seats, and here we are in the office. Very small. There's nothing in here really other than like your desk, your computer, and like a couple paintings. And a few plants, I guess. Also, don't mind that kid's outfit. Okay, I didn't get to choose the outfit. It was just one of the random ones that they like generate for you in CAS. So anyway, but yeah, this living room has a cat tree. I was super excited I got to fit one of those in. There's a couch with some green cushions, and I also bring in the green again with these curtains, and we got a nice dining table. And here is the first bedroom. It's on the main floor, so I was thinking the teen would live here. It's got these really, really pale, like, blues and pinks in it, and, like, a couple of purples, which I think are really cool. And we've got this fun wallpaper that I rarely ever use with, like, the little speckles on it, or polka dots, maybe you would call it. And even though the sim is a teen, I thought maybe she could still have one of her old stuffed animals, because, like, I'm 27, and I still have stuffed animals like all over the place. Also, on top of the dresser, I made it look like this painting was leaning against the wall using the tool mod. That took some messing around with the tool mod, but I achieved it, I think. This here is the layout of the upstairs. We've got the primary bedroom off to the right with its ensuite and walk-in closet. We've got a landing, another bathroom for everyone to share, the toddler's room, and off to the left, the twins room, or the 2 kids. Anyway, this is the landing where we have like an easel. I was thinking maybe the mom was really into painting, but there's lots of space up here on the landing, so you could have different skill building items up here, delete, add new stuff, whatever you want. There's also a piano. I thought some of the kids could be, taking piano lessons, and there's a little dollhouse there as well. And this is the toddler's room. It's very blue. I really loved this rug that is from Horse Ranch, I believe, and it has like little sheep on it. It's like pink and beige and blue, and it's got all these cute little sheeps, so yeah. And of course, there's a rocking chair where you can rock your baby. Not all of the blue tones actually match in that bedroom, but I did my best. Here is the walk-in closet in the parents' room. I thought it turned out super cute. I got to use the new purse items that we got. I think it was like a Coach collab or something, so that was super fun. You got some shoes. And here is the primary bedroom. Very, very yellow. The wallpaper, I believe, is from Vampires. And I really liked it, like the combining of this like very pinky beige color with the yellows. I don't know. Something about it spoke to me. And the only fireplace in the whole house is here. And I don't show their ensuite bathroom, but I do show this other bathroom that the other kids share. We've got blue tiles, white, would you call them appliances or fixtures? I don't know. I've also got this really cute sheep rug on the ground. I think this bathroom's super cute. And here is the room for the 2 kids. I got the color scheme from this bunk bed, which has like a bit of green and a lot of orange. So I tried to carry that sort of like throughout the bedroom. We've got those orange flowers. We've got these sort of peachy curtains. And this dresser from Cats and Dogs sort of matched the green wood from the bunk bed. And we've also got a place for them to draw. I don't know what those are called, like drawing stations? Art stations? I know what those are called. I just don't remember in this moment. But there's 2 of them, one for each kid, so they can draw at the same time if they feel like it. And here's the backyard. I had to make it big enough to include a slip and slide. Since my niece has backyard stuff, I thought that would be super fun. And I've never actually used one before, so this will be fun to try out. There's also a pool and a barbecue, some monkey bars. Yeah. So I think that'll be the last one that I tour today. Definitely let me know, do you like this format? Do you prefer speed builds? This format might be a little bit more slow and boring, but also might be more aesthetic to like watch. I don't know. So please let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye!